Hello everyone, my name is Opus Dio, and this is Terraria. I've been playing the 1.2 update that came out for a pretty long time. This game is just phenomenal. And as you can see, I got that Destroyer trophy up there, and I'm going to show you exactly how to get it. And more specifically, I'm not going to go into that direction yet, how to beat the Destroyer in like 20 seconds, or even less probably. So the first thing you're going to want, and you don't need this, but this is like if you want to do it with really basic gear, you don't want to go fight the guy in the jungle, whatever his name is, like the planter, I don't even know. I haven't fought him yet. But if you don't want to go fight like a bunch of difficult bosses to get into the temple we're going into, you can just get this Rod of Discord. It just teleports you. It's probably the most OP item in the game. You're going to want this. Ooh, Steampunk has arrived. I don't know why. I have to go check that out later. But you're going to want this OP thing. It's a 1 in 500 chance drop from a Spectre Elemental, whatever they are, the pink dudes that teleport in the hollow caves. You can tell I prepared for this. You're just going to want to farm for a while to get this thing. It's worth it, man. This thing's amazing. Anyways, you're going to want to locate on your map the jungle temple. Normally, up here you can see there's a door. That door requires a key to get into. A key you have to fight a couple of difficult bosses to get to. Optionally though, you can just teleport in using this, which is what we're going to be doing. So we're just going to teleport down to the jungle, and I'll show you how to get the supplies you need to beat the Destroyer. It's very simple. It doesn't take very long to do. You can't craft these, so you're going to need to farm them. If you don't get enough, you should have enough after this. You definitely should. But if you don't get enough, you should probably start a new world and just teleport into one of these again. Ooh, ooh. Usually a few enemies in here. So anyways, this is the jungle temple. Very difficult. There's traps everywhere and the enemies are pretty annoying. So you're going to want to bring some decent gear. I mean, you can just like hang to the roof and stuff to beat them, but you're going to want some decent gear. Now in this room before, there were like 4 pressure plates. Each end has like a bunch of traps on the roof and traps in the walls. What you want to do is you want to bring a wire cutter from the electrician. Ooh. And you're going to want to just use it to find the pressure plates. Make sure you don't step on them, they'll murder you. And, you know, mine up pressure plates before you actually end up hitting them on accident. Mine up the wire if you want the wire without having to spend it. And definitely mine out the traps. There are spike ball traps which drop like spike balls. There are spear traps. There are dart traps, super dart traps. They're even better than the normal ones. And finally, there are flame traps. I only got like 1 of these out of the entire dungeon. They're super rare. So you want to get out the wire cutter and find those. And you just want to go through the entire dungeon doing that. Now because enemies spawn super commonly, and they're actually pretty tough, if you don't have that good gear, I mean if you don't have that good gear, that's the whole reason you're doing this. If you have good gear, just go fight the bosses normally. But you're going to want to wall up areas, and you see the enemies will like build up. Then you just teleport to a new area, boom, boom. And you want to just keep building walls to section off areas. That way you trap large portions of enemies in little areas, and you can have little safe havens where you can teleport to. Right. So you want to do this, and you want to just, I don't know, get into the room, latch to the roof, and defeat the enemies. Do that kind of jazz. Just safenate the room, and then get all the traps out, and continue along. And you're just going to want to do this for the entire dungeon, all the way through. And there are quite a lot of traps. I don't even know if you can mine out those spikes. But you just go, and you mine everything out. It might take you a while, but you just keep going. And once you do that, let me magic mirror back. You're going to want to build the boss arena. You can just slaughter the boss. This is just for the Destroyer, but it should work for the other bosses too. And I got all these, by the way, except for the honey, of course, from that dungeon. These are all traps. What you want to do is you want to get a gold watch and some wiring and craft a repeater, a 1-second repeater. And then you're going to want to attach it using a wrench with all the wire you got. And you're going to want to wire everything up to that repeater. And here's what happens when you click it. I don't think you need the lava down there. It's not going to do much compared to all this. So the spears, they do like 54 damage. The darts, they do like 50 damage and they poison for like 14 seconds. All these balls do 50 damage each. They will just wreck them. They will do massive amounts of damage. There's a little fire spurter. So anyways, I'm going to cut to nighttime and we're going to see how this works. Before we actually do it, I want to give a little side note. Well, a couple. See these honey. You don't need them. Of course you don't need them because the boss is going to die so fast. But if you do want them, you just go into the jungle and find a beehive. Bring a bunch of buckets. Get all this honey. And when you jump into these little pools, which take, by the way, 2 honey each, 1 to fill each spot, they will, you know, give you 30 seconds of regeneration to your health. So you don't need to get a potion. You can just, if you're taking too much damage, you can just hop on a honeybee thing and then fly away and you'll start regenerating health. So that's the first good tip if you're, you don't think your trap's going to kill it fast enough. Or maybe your gear sucks too much and you might die really fast. Second one, you can fly indefinitely using wings. Well, you don't even need the wings, but using the wings and the Rod of Discord. So while you're gliding, you can just continually teleport. And, fly across the map, do whatever you want. You can just get all the way across the map incredibly fast. It's absurd. I'm going to attract all the wyverns in the entire world doing this, but you get my point. Another floating island. This is a great way of finding floating islands too. And yeah, that's the fun tip of the day. And the honey, you might want to add the honey. It's very useful. I mean, if you think you can make enough potions just to not need it at all, just do that anyways, but the honey is definitely a nice little touch.